Sweat Equity Podcast and streaming show, the #1 comedy business podcast in the world.
Money now.
Never works.
Pragmatic entrepreneurial advice with real raw dog talk.
Also never works.
We got Nathan Lancry, Lancry, as our
Maybe he
guest.
could tell us.
Maybe he'll tell us when we get to it. Listen to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I apologize for my sinusy voice. I sound a little stuffy.
Oh, yeah.
Man, if there's anything more emasculating than getting knocked out by sinus migraines, I don't know what there is. Do roofers get it? I don't think so.
The plants are hurting me.
This episode of Sweat Equity is sponsored by, we're going to go with a couple sponsors this time.
Oh, boy.
We got Squarespace, all-in-one, drag and drop. No programming necessary, but programming if you want to do custom code website creator.
Stuff.
Hit the link in our episode description for a free trial. Hooks this show up a little bit. What? Also, sponsored by CallRail.
Oh, so.
You got some nice things to say about CallRail?
Oh, rail's cool.
You want to have a call swap?
Railing on them calls.
Throw a call swap number on your website, track every call, get it recorded, get that data, understand where all your leads are coming in from with CallRail. Link will be in the episode description. If you want to be our BFFs, subscribe to the pod, rate us 5-star, write a little review, and share. Sharing is caring.
it.
Just share it. Share it.
Look how stupid these guys are.
Let's get this party started. Howdy, Johnny.
Sweat equity.
Listening to the Sweat Equity Podcast.
And away we go without a guest.
Yeah. No-showed. Whoever was in the intro. I forgot his name already.
Nathan Lancry. And I was finally...
Sorry, listeners. Gotcha.
Well, usually we record the intro after the episode, but, to be efficient, we were just sitting here, and you're like, let's knock this thing out.
All right. Why try?
Yeah, that's what you get for trying, dude.
I know.
Why?
Yeah. What's the point?
Let me see if he's emailed us. No. Here's my thing with, I was talking to someone about punctuality and how I need to get better about...
Sorry, that's like the intro for Grandpa Talk. Go ahead.
Punctuality is important. The only people that would snore at that are people that are late a lot and think it's not a big deal. And they're the ones that perpetuate
I'm
this
on
bullshit.
time all the time.
I'm just saying in general, look, this show, if anything, it's about breaking down the minutia of things.
That's true. Very, very much so.
And
What even is that word, minutia? Sounds like a bodily function.
I don't know. Someone used it writing about my comedy in a Creative Loafing article. And I was like, cool. That's how you describe my comedy now.
Big pile of minutia.
I was like, what's minutiae?
Minutiae.
I don't speak Haitian, okay? What's it called? It's the punctuality thing. I don't mind if people are late and they just go, hey, I'm running 5 minutes late.
Right. Just let us know.
I don't mind if you can't make an appointment that you made, but, try to let the person know. We've had 2 guests booked by podcast bookers that have just no-showed, I think, the last 2 times we've
Yeah. That's what happened last week.
Yeah, well, that too. But it's also like, could you, it's on the calendar. You guys reached out to us.
Right. Google Calendar is amazing. You can do so much with it.
You
can put a Zoom link right in the calendar. Do you know that?
It's one thing if we got Hulk Hogan to come on as a guest and we reached out to him.
Man, that'd be sweet.
And we're like, Terry, thank you so much.
Can't believe we don't have a Hulk Hogan drop.
We can't wait to see you, brother. We can't wait to see you, and
yeah.
take
brother,
all our
could you
vitamins.
stop doing my voice, brother?
We won't talk about Bubba the Love Sponge. Man,
I do not know how Do Not Disturb works.
I don't know that.
Bro.
That's funny. I just watched you put it on.
Yeah,
after
you
getting
said
frustrated,
you were
and
like, do this one instead. I was like, oh, okay, I'm stupid.
You also need to turn off. All right, go
I
to,
did after
No.
my dad debacle the last time.
You got to go to that was just for everything.
Airplane mode.
Numbers,
Done.
numbers you don't know. You got to turn the setting off for that in general on your iPhone. Go to settings, go to phone, and then turn it off.
Got it.
I get all these scam calls. It's bullshit that we live in a society where all people are just like, yeah, your data just gets scooped up. What are you going to do? And you're like, this should be illegal. These are things I didn't
This
sign
is
up
grandpa
for.
talk.
Yeah. I do. Oh, you don't think this show's going to head to grandpa talk?
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Yeah,
That's you.
I'm going to be a staunch Republican, dude. It's going to be awesome.
Right.
I'm going to wear big billowy
Transforming
slacks.
right before our eyes.
In kids these days, they don't wear pants the way they're supposed to. So
What?
they're supposed to wear their breeches all the way up to their belly button.
What?
And
What?
from what I see,
What?
Pivot.
no, I have no, like deadbeat dads in America, I got no love for people that are constantly late or people that can't make something and then don't tell you.
I mean, eventually they're going to do genetic studies on all this shit, and they'll figure it out. It's got to be genetic, like a thing that you just don't have that internal awareness.
Yeah, I would,
It's just weird. I don't
I'm
get
trying
it.
to think of twins in my life that one's punctual and one's not. And
Good luck with that.
I have one in my head for sure.
Well, the second one's definitely going to be the late one.
Yeah, I
The
don't
one
know.
that came out second.
I'm not sure which one came out of the cooter first, but one's definitely punctual and one isn't.
Right. The first one is punctual.
Yeah, or maybe he was early. I don't know. I'm just like,
Even better.
I don't give a fuck if I sound like an old man, honestly. If you're not, like,
There it is.
the 15 minute,
Transformation complete.
the 15 minutes earlier you're late rule is great, especially in a day and age when you have everything on your phone, where you can, if you have to sit there for 10 minutes before something.
Right.
Now,
You've got a Sega Genesis in your hands.
Now, I'll give you the inverse of that. I hate false appointment times. Go to the dentist. They go, you have to be there at this time, or the doctor.
And then you
you're
go
like,
back out.
why the fuck am I sitting in the lobby
Right.
for an hour?
Oh, they're really behind today. Really? That's every time.
You know what I've noticed a lot too? Lyft and Uber, those estimates are fucking egregiously off.
Really?
I'm almost getting to the point where I'm going to start timing it right when I hit it. Because
I'm going to make a spreadsheet.
it's lying to
track
me.
it.
I don't like it lying to me. Because it'll be like, you got 7 minutes. I'm like, ooh, I can get a quick shower in and get dressed and get out.
Right.
And then I'm sweating.
Yep. Then you're in your house sweating.
I'm sweating, trying to get everything together, doing that thing where you're going quickly, but it doesn't really shave off a lot of time. It's just burning more calories.
Right. Just raises your body temp.
It's like it's kind of like the feeling when you wake up, you missed the alarm, or the alarm didn't go off or whatever for whatever reason, and you got a flight, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta get everything.
And you realize how much time you spend dicking around all that. And you're
Right.
like, oh, this is not. I could have done this.
And if I just took it casually, it'd probably get me out the door the same amount of time. But I don't want to be late.
Yeah.
But my thing is, like, I hate the fault. Like, you have to do this with friends that are late too, or people
Sure.
you work with,
Everybody's
business
got their
wise.
own, like your friends have a special time that you give them.
Yeah, I got to do this dumb math for them.
Right.
It's the people that put their clocks 15 minutes ahead.
Exactly.
I'm like, what?
I know.
How does this help you?
Your life is a lie. Time is a lie to you.
Because, and I had one of my best friends does this, and I'm like, what? I'm like, fuck, dude, what? He's like, it helps me out. I'm like, but you're always doing the math. You always know it's
I
15
know. You're
minutes ahead.
adding a math problem into it.
And then when you look at another clock, if you looked at your watch and then looked at a clock on the wall, there's always
5 minutes later.
There's always a
Right.
discrepancy.
You're like, that's wrong.
And he's like, well, it works for me. And I'm like, okay, well, you're not late, so I don't care. You do your own retarded method, but I feel like you have to do. But when you have to do the math of like, okay, we're going to have a family dinner, and then we got to kind of lie to a handful of them to make sure,
Right.
It's actually 30 minutes later.
Yep.
We're
We're eating at this time, but not really. We're gonna start cooking at that time.
And I'm going to get into Andy Rooney territory here.
Yeah.
And another thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's busy. Everyone's busy. So busy. Everyone's so busy. It's like, bitch, I know you're not busy. Mm-hmm. It just feels that way because you're doing a lot of shit on your phone and it's distracting.
Yeah. No, I'm really busy right now.
Right? Like it feels like you're doing something. That's the feeling. Like when people are like, you don't look at TikTok. I'm like, I'll post clips on there, and then as soon as it's uploaded, I
You're
move
out.
it out. I exit the app, and it's like because the number one thing people have told me about it is like it's so addicting, and I'm like, I don't need that.
Right.
I don't need another thing in my life to selectively.
Slave to TikTok. Gotta get your hours in.
But isn't that weird? Don't you? Haven't you heard like most people when they talk about TikTok just in your personal life, and they're like, I'm on it so much. And you're
Yeah.
like, well,
No, it's cool for me because I have it on my phone, but it's Avery's, my daughter's, and Jess will be like, you see her videos? And it's like going in, there's like 10 new videos on there, dancing. I'm like, what the hell? Out of nowhere.
yeah. First
Or I
off,
have to be like, I gotta review these now, make sure they're okay and all this. What?
there goes 30 minutes of your time.
Yeah, I have to slave to TikTok for different reasons.
You're having to do QC. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna get in that
I mean,
part.
she's good. Like, she's not doing anything crazy. More of stuff like she's just oblivious.
How many
You know,
people?
lyrics that she doesn't know what they mean.
Well, how many times have you been shown a dance video and you're like, and they're like, you don't think this is cool? And I'm like, no. Choreographed dance is like, it's very low for me.
It's because you can't do it.
No, I don't think it's that interesting. Like Chinese Olympics, sure. Those guys
What
know
was
how to
that?
dance. You don't remember the Olympics in China?
Oh, well, they're the king of choreography.
Right, because they're
By
very
the millions.
disciplined.
Yeah, they just like
It's only
they'll get as
interesting.
many people as they can
Right.
gathered up, and they will do the exact same shit.
It's only interesting because there's so many of them doing the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Right.
But it's not. It's like,
Oh, y'all kick your legs up in the air like that exact same time.
But at best, it's like, that's kind of neat. Okay, what else is on? People show me lip syncing videos and choreographed dances like I give a fuck. And I'm like,
The lip syncing is so
I'm almost a 40-year-old man.
right.
I don't give a fuck about any. My daughter was trying to show me High School Musical. I'm on fire today. I'm just riff.
Yeah, baby.
I haven't talked to an adult all day, so this is what happens.
Yeah.
Dude, my daughter.
Let it out.
My daughter's watching High School Musical, and she's like, "Isn't this great?" She's 5 now, so I have to put her in her place.
No, this is not great, honey.
I go, Dad. I
Huge
go,
plot holes.
I told her, and this is right.
Continuity is.
I'm getting a
mess.
sinus migraine, and I'm like, I don't care about anything right now except for this going away. And she's like, "Isn't this great?" I'm like, Hun, dads don't like High School Musical. That's all I'm saying.
Don't ask Mr. Eric.
I was like, no.
Don't ask anybody else.
Mr. Paul, any of Dad's friends that
won't
you say
like
Mr.
it
in their
either.
first name, they hate it.
Yeah.
They don't like it. And if they really like it, beware of that.
Right.
If
Make
they're
note.
like, I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
and she was showing me part of it, and she was like, I was like, I've never been to a high school party. I've never heard of a high school party that has 100 kids in a pool
Right.
with it's like an infinity pool.
I'm gonna take a huge swing here. I'm gonna guess there's a dance fight that happens.
Oh, I didn't even get to that. I was just pointing it out and laughing to myself. You know, the dad kind of like you point stuff out to your kids, and you're
okay.
like, they don't get why it's funny,
Right.
but they laugh because you're laughing.
Right.
I'm like, I've never seen a high school party with this many kids without people fighting, like real fighting.
Yes.
I've never seen a party this
Drunk
big.
girls crying.
It's during the day.
Whoops.
There is an infinity pool. They're at a mansion, essentially.
Sure, of course.
And there's an infinity pool that goes out to a desert. There's no fence to this house, I guess. It's like a Arrested Development home where they
Okay.
just made one,
Right.
and there's no backyard. It just goes into
Sudden Valley.
Arizona, I guess. I don't know. And then there's a band, a full band, playing like the Zack Attack from Saved by the Bell.
Sure. Every high school's got one of those.
Like full band right on the edge of the pool. Like if the stage was just made for this moment. Mm-hmm. Jamming out and all the kids are into it. Could you imagine even if you got a full band to be out next to a pool party in high school?
All it takes is one drunk asshole.
One guy, there's easily one
What is
guy.
this, power cord? Throw it right in the pool.
Either someone like trips over
Party's
something
over.
and puts their head into the drum kit.
Right. Or electrocutes the entire party with, some sort of pool thing.
Or how we grew up, where like a bunch of kids from the other side of town come over, or we were the other kids from the other side of town.
Sure.
And you're just throwing crap at the band
Yeah.
for no reason because you're just like, I don't like them, they're different.
I got punched in the face one time because I went to a King High School party and I wasn't supposed to be there.
Did you really?
Yeah. I was just sitting there too. And I was like, whoa.
You got sucker
what the
punched?
fuck? Yeah. Big time.
Wait, let's break this down.
And it was the first time I was ever hanging out with my high school girlfriend.
King it's pretty hood.
It's the
Back in the day.
public school I would have gone to
But
had I not gone to Tampa Catholic.
Well, I remember doing track meets there and being like, "Oh man,
They are way faster than us.
I could help. I could hold my own in the 200. That's all I got. But like, I was definitely like, this is scary. I hope my dad shows up
Yeah.
to watch the track meet. I never want my parents to come to these things, but I definitely need my
Need
dad here.
security.
Yeah. Wow, just sucker punch like that?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then it was like Chris Tucker, Rush Hour. Which one of y'all kicked me? I'm just like, what happened? I'm like, standing up,
That's
and
so
they're
fuck-
like, get the fuck out. Like, okay.
Have you seen those knockout videos of the kids doing that? Speaking of TikTok glory,
I mean, I've seen of them,
It's-
but I'm not out seeking that fucking
right?
vile
No.
shit.
Yeah, I feel like you and I probably get it. We get it by osmosis somehow. Someone shows it to us,
Right.
They put it up to your face.
Oh,
But you're
I've
like-
seen it news stories will report it, or news outlets.
That's crazy, but I feel like I don't know if it's, again, we talked about this on the show a lot. Is it access to information? Do we have, or is it because the ability to video it or capture it, people are doing it more?
Yeah. No, I think there's definitely an element of that. The social media is not helping it, for sure. I mean, what are they even putting that on?
Yeah, it had Rumble, my Republican social media.
4chan.
Live Leak, probably.
Yeah, World Star. I don't know. But it's just fucked up. Like, that's just... It's just evil. Because it's always an old person.
Yeah.
They're always going after people who aren't going to fight back.
I watched one that made me
knocking
like-
out a 6'6" guy.
I watched one that made me like tear up almost because the guy like got whaled in the back of the head and he fell down. You know when the guys get knocked out, they fall down without bracing themselves and just hit.
man.
And hitting his head on the concrete
Dude.
of a sidewalk could be worse than the actual punch.
I mean, like, that sort of shit. Like, if they get attempted murder charges, I'm like, fucking idiot. Don't do that shit. Like, go to jail for 20 years now. I mean, you should.
Kids these days.
What else do they do that's stupid?
Well, they're doing
Someone say protecting me?
I mean, they've been doing this for a while where they just strong arm like a Burger King. They just get like 40 kids to go in there without weapons and just strong arm.
Right, they go back there, make their own milkshakes and shit.
Steal money, steal the register.
I have a way better, more positive view of the youth.
Yeah, you think they're going
They're
back there?
robbing
They're
their
like,
asses.
they're
Oh,
like,
oh, I thought they were having like a birthday party.
you're like,
there.
oh shit, they're getting free fries?
you guys sit down. We're making food for you.
Oh, mama. Yeah, Chirac, dude. It's still around.
Yeah. Yep.
Anything
Gotta go
that-
there in the summer.
Well, anything you've got, that was a lot of ranting.
Yeah. How about
I've got a little something, but it's not business related at all.
have you ever had like a prospective vendor for like a software
Yeah. I've had that.
application where they're super insecure?
Like they're pitching you, they're doing the sales pitch on you for their SaaS product, probably
Yeah.
service or software as a service. If
Yeah.
people don't know the acronym.
Yes. And I had one recently that was like literally after every slide. What do you think of the product so far?
Oh, they're really insecure, huh?
I was like, it is still good. The more benefits and features you show me, the better it gets. Can
Yeah.
I just stop answering how good it is? Because it was like she asked it as though it was like the first time she asked it.
Oh, so maybe you talked to AI. Maybe you didn't even know.
No, it was a real human person.
How do you know?
It was over a Zoom call. Okay. Well, if we're going to play that game.
I mean, no, I'm
what is
kidding.
what is reality?
It sounds like they don't have like a sales script, I'm guessing. Or if they do,
No, I think it's a bit too much scripty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it was fun because it was like an entire meeting about what it does, and then the next meeting is about pricing.
You had 2 meetings for one.
Yes.
That's wild.
And they had to take so much information about what my needs are and all this shit. And it was just like, okay.
Are you sure she wasn't doing kind of a pre-product feedback kind of thing going on? Like she's trying to do market research during the meeting almost?
Oh, I'm sure that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like, then they hit you with the price and it's like absurd.
Was it?
Yeah. Or to the point where I was like,
What-
come on.
Can you say
you're
what kind of thing
joking
it was?
around. A learning management system.
Like to walk employees through stuff?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which there's a lot of them
There's a
out there.
lot of them out there. There's
And it's a fucking big project to start.
right.
For everybody?
There's an open source one. I think it's called Moodle, Moodle.
What was the one you put together? Walk Me? Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
No, it started with a D.
Decent.
It was like a weird. I don't remember the name being anything having to do with what. It was just a weird name for it. God, what was it? Doesn't matter.
Isn't that crazy? You spent a lot of time on that project.
Logged into it every day, looking at the stupid screen. Like,
Well, we have digital dementia.
yes, yeah, but yeah, it was so odd.
Yeah, I don't have to take as many of those calls like the last year at least, but I'll occasionally take one if they have a good like LinkedIn message that seems legit, or throw me like a weird kind of challenge, you know.
Right, you better be coming hard on LinkedIn because, I mean, dude, the amount of like spam that's just so like, it's like, why are you guys doing that? You don't have to message every new connection.
I was sick last Tuesday, Wednesday. I was just fully out for 2 days. And like, I had 40. I was like, I guess I checked this a lot more than I realized just to mark them as read. But I had 40 messages just from the 2 days. Of just,
Oh, I have to keep up with it.
well,
I have to.
well,
It is like that. 2 days, I'll get 40.
part of it's funny to me. That's why I like looking at them. I'm
Right.
like, and sometimes
More medical doctors from India trying to reach out and promote my podcast.
well, there's those guys. Then there's like, sometimes I just like being shitty and replying. I'm like, how well is this working for you?
Right.
When they put your entire like business name in the field in the
Hey.
part of the message,
I've been checking out fill in the blank,
Well-
and I'm really impressed with your results.
I made Tokabaga, the agency, the company page. I made it super long, kind of on purpose for that. So it's like Tokabaga, B2B, B2C, SMB, business advisory, and omni-channel marketing agency, and I'll just see that in the
Jeez.
message. Like they can't. I mean, they're just doing volume. It's just a numbers game.
Right. I don't know. We should make a list of top offenders.
No, that's the other thing is like, it's not the ones I love the most are the ones that do this psych thing to get your insecurity. They're like, hey,
Negging you.
did you read my last message? Like shit like that.
Right. What's the matter? You don't want to have better results?
Well, no, they're like, this is gonna be the last time I message you, and if you look at the messages, like 5
Right.
unanswered.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Sir?
I bet this works, but I don't know on who.
The week. LinkedIn week.
And I get a lot of law firm marketing stuff because my name is Law on there. Like they don't even realize. Like
Yeah.
I'm your competitor actually. I want to be like, do you think? I want to talk to your manager.
Right.
I want to go Karen on you. I had
That'd be fun.
I had a would you rather for you.
Ooh.
That I came up with. That
Where's
book,
my book?
That book stinks, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with it is you got to sift through it. There's like a gem every couple pages, but
Is there?
sure there is. What?
How about? I think we did this one. I told you Corolla was putting out there for a while. Would you rather have? Would you rather bang a 7 or have a threesome with a combined? I think it was 11. So it can be a 1 and a 10.
The 7.
All right. What if I click that up to 14? Wait, up to 13.
Trying to find a good one.
And 8, maybe it was 8 and 13, something like that. All right.
Cover your food in gravy or cheese.
God damn, dude.
I know.
I think that's for kids.
This is what we get. What was that guy's name who didn't show up? Look at me. I'm sifting
Nathan-
through Nathan
Lincree.
Lincree.
Here's the deal. If you do, I like would you rather's or hypotheticals when I'm at something that's like a dinner party that's really boring.
Yeah.
I like to just be the weird guy and just kind of let's throw it out there.
Would you rather have your plants or your goldfish talk to you?
Probably plants because they're going to last longer.
Interesting. Wow.
Now,
Somebody's got abandonment issues.
well, how long do goldfish last?
I don't know.
No, I've never had them last longer than a week.
It doesn't matter. Your reasoning is what holds.
Right. That's what makes it an interesting kind of icebreaker if you're at a boring thing. Now, the best would you rather's if you can get them to go either side.
You're a Vegas line maker.
Right. Ooh, good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite for about 20 years. Would you rather have balls for ears or dick for a nose?
Yeah. Most men go balls for ears. I think maybe because they don't want the dick almost going in their mouth or something.
No,
You ever think about that?
no, it's your dick. It's just a duplicate dick.
I still don't want my own dick in my mouth.
It's not going to go in your mouth. It'll.
You know,
What, you got it like a hanger?
what if you go rock climbing?
Well, here's my
It's flopping
here's
around
my
everywhere.
argument. I'll toss this right back at you. How great are sneezes already?
I mean, the accuracy's got to be improved.
Oh yeah, you'll figure it out. I mean,
Go from a shotgun to a sniper rifle.
but how amazing would be like, I need a whole Bounty roll, paper towel roll. I'm about to sneeze everywhere.
Yeah, but
Like
why
an
would it be?
elephant
Why
wandering.
would there be more sneeze stuff?
Hey man,
Why would there be
I
more
didn't think
sneeze?
past this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it's the same amount. It just comes out differently.
No, not in this scenario.
Oh, okay.
You basically jizz everywhere.
Okay, that's what you wanted to get to. I see.
And the balls are old man balls, so they're saggy. You can't hide them.
Okay.
They're really long.
But you could like grow your ponytail out and use it to like tie up your hair.
You could.
Utility.
You could. That's never been a variable thrown in there. I like to ask
Gotcha.
people, what if couples fought over the most in history? The temperature of the room, or how to do the dishes correctly?
Yeah, definitely the temperature.
That one's 50-50
Yeah.
over
Really?
my sample size. Yeah,
Wait, that question is.
yeah. Most people go balls for ears on the other one, but yeah, because you got to remember, you're taking your stuff down to the river to wash it off back in the day before, and then now we have we have a sink to wash dishes in. A dishwasher is kind of just a neat bonus, but it
Right.
you don't really need to do
there.
it. It just takes the fucking watermarks off.
Yep. If you're lucky.
Right. But I mean, every couple's thought about how to like load it correctly.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just thinking.
And do you
with
have
the
a boneyard
temperature,
of-
It's constantly changing. You know, like especially when it can get fired up, or it could be
premenopausal?
but most of the time,
Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Hot flashes and stuff.
I don't know.
Is that what you're dealing with?
Am I? I don't understand how it couldn't be the temperature.
Yeah.
Because they had fires before they were doing dishes.
Yeah, but
Turn the fire
for a while
down.
you couldn't do much either. Like you'd have to get a big palm prawn or a feather.
Right. You always pick the worst palm fronds, idiots.
Right.
All right. Maybe you're right.
It's like I work all day to hunt food. And you're gonna talk.
And you're going to give
talk
me shit
to me
about my palm
yeah,
frond
right.
selection?
Right.
What?
Or
Bro.
like installing fans that look nice but don't really get any circulation. Like the
These
old,
days, I feel like all the fans are good fans. Like most of the shit.
every detective in the
pretty good.
South in a movie has a slow fan.
Right, not really doing anything.
like-
He's smoking cigarettes and sweating.
Right. It's like, what is
Feet
that?
up on the table.
Or that big ass fan that
You're not from around here, are you?
right. You go to a mansion, it's just a big fan that's slowly moving. You're like, what's that for?
Yeah.
Why?
Are we about to take off?
The one I like to ask, and you kind of hit it. Why I like to ask it, I kind of fell into this one on the dating apps because just going hi, like when you first match with someone's like,
Yeah.
there's no good way to be. There's no like. I tried to like figure out a line I could write that would be funny enough that I could just put it out there, but it was
Turns
like
out, nothing.
there's just no.
I don't give a shit.
I mean, when you were on the dating apps for a minute, would you just go hi, like the wave emoji, hello?
I would give up so easily. I'm just like, fuck this.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it's gotten me some results. I do look at it like a marketing funnel for leads. I just ask, what do you like better, cake or pie? Now, what I've stumbled into is a great psychological kind of test. It's like a Rorschach test.
Sure. Because they're
how-
going to immediately think, is he asking this because he thinks I'm fat?
No. That's never come up once.
It's not going to come up, but it's in their head.
Nah.
Why is he asking this?
No,
What
no.
does my answer say about it?
No,
Do
they'll
I wanna
usually
come
ask,
across
well,
like I fucking eat all this
what
other
kind of
stuff?
pie or what kind of cake? And you're like, okay, they're kind of a perfectionist.
Hmm.
They're analytical. Like, you can kind of break it down like, and trust me, I've done a lot of these. Because it's just almost like I'm just an automated bot in the beginning of these.
Sure.
And I just go, no,
You
answer
want
the-
it to be scalable.
Yeah, I want to see how they arrive at the answer. Now, a hedge answers cheesecake, because
Yeah.
it's kind of right in the middle.
Kind of a cop out.
Right. So that's a hedge answer. Some people just will say something, a third option that's completely off the reservation.
I like ribs.
Right. So that's like,
Okay.
okay, doesn't follow my instructions.
Doesn't take teaching very well.
Won't like my control over. Some people will, and then I have a backup joke answer. Sometimes I like to I'll be like pie, way better, and I suss people out that choose cake because I don't want children. I don't want to date a child. That joke doesn't go that well every time.
Yeah. That's harsh for no reason,
I
really.
just go cake is for children.
Why don't you go play on the Disney Plus app, you big baby?
Yeah, why don't you watch High School Musical with my daughter?
Choose pie. God, grow up.
My pie kicks the shit out of cake. But the best cake beats the best pie.
Okay.
Man, we
What does
really
that
covered
even
some
mean?
ground
What does
here.
that even mean?
The best cake beats the best pie, but
But that's because you have a favorite cake in mind, yeah?
yeah, it's obviously not fact. I'm just. Can we do the Taste Buds
Minutia.
podcast? Just argue about food?
Yeah.
Have you listened to that?
No.
It's Joe DeRosa and Sal Vulcano, and they just argue like loudly about like.
Okay, I could get down on that.
Oh, dude, it's great
I've been listening to.
because it gets emotional between the two of them.
I've been listening to the.
How can you say that about cheese poofs?
Oh, they're talking about not even good food.
They switch it up. They had what was it? Eggplant parmesan versus stuffed mushrooms this week.
Weaponized is Jeremy Corbell, the guy who did the Bob Lazar UFO
Oh, boy.
thing.
Uh-huh.
He's got a podcast with George Knapp. It's really fun, talking about UFOs.
I need to check
Cool.
that out.
It's really fun. I love it.
I've got one little story, and then we'll
Okay.
end.
Okay. We're all
'Cause
waiting.
I got to figure out if this is funny enough for on stage later.
Sure, let's subject our listeners to it first.
Well, I know you're not going to laugh now for that setup, but I was trying to be a good son on Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. Delivered flowers to my mom. And I'm like, I'm going to get you guys a Roku TV. And I'm going to install it. And it was a pain in the ass. Turns out, their internet router wasn't even on. I didn't even know that for an hour. I was like, why can't I get a signal? What's going on? They have DSL. Did you know you could still have DSL?
No,
They have
it's not Starlink.
they have a phone jack that is a splitter, so you can have a landline and DSL.
Wow.
And I was like, Mom,
I'd be like, how much are you paying per month for this? Because they should be paying you for some kind of science experiment for how long it can last.
You know when I talked about years ago, I got her off AOL from paying for that? She's still paying for it.
Wow. They keep sending me CDs.
I'm like, Mom, stop. Email's free. Like, for
How many
decades.
email addresses do you want? I
Like-
can get you 20 in 20 minutes.
I will do that. I will migrate everything over.
I will call AOL, cancel your subscription.
So I'm trying to hook this Roku up, and it's a pain in the ass because she has an armoire that's built into the wall. You can't really get a cable to like go through these.
Cool.
Yeah, good times. I'm getting pissed. I'm like, do you have a power strip? I need another plug. She's like, what? And we're going back and forth, just yelling in between rooms. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, she walks in the room. She's like, why are you yelling? I'm like, do you have your hearing aids in? She's like, no. Why would I have them in? And I'm like, what?
For the, what?
She goes, well, if I'm alone, why would I have them in? And I was like, I'm here.
Am I in the Sixth Sense?
I'm here. I'm your baby boy.
Was I dead the whole time?
So basically, she just did the biggest hate of all time. She's either like, you're not worth it.
Right. You're not worth the battery power
Or
of my
you-
hearing aids.
or you-
and I don't really want to hear what you have to say anyway.
I'm indifferent
You never
to your-
stop talking.
I'm indifferent to your existence.
Kids these days,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
I told my friend that I had to call a friend that's hearing impaired, and she was like, that's really funny. The hearing community would like that. I'm like, well, this could be tough.
Better get them captions going.
But yeah. Oh, and then I set it up. I got it working just barely. And I was like, I've been trying to get them to watch The Dark Knight, my parents. I'm like, you guys love movies. This is like a perfect movie.
And you put it on.
I
walk
put it
away
on.
slowly.
No, I put it on.
And they both get up and walk away.
I go,
within
Mom,
30
you go,
seconds.
just watch the first scene. Just watch William Fincher. You like that guy? You know whose money this is? You guys are dead. You know, and then
Perfect.
comes with the shotgun, sawed-off shotgun.
Right.
I'm like, isn't this a cool puzzle of all these jokers shooting each other? And he gets out, and she's like, yeah. And
It's nice, honey.
then I made her watch the second scene of, I'm not wearing hockey pads. And then she was like, this is great. I really want to watch the rest of it. And I was like, yes. And then
Later.
she's like, but I can't. Yeah. She's like, I'm making cookies right now. So, because I got to make these cookies for this thing.
I
And,
have real people coming over soon.
and so, yeah, I have people I care about coming over.
Right. People that I'll put my hearing aids in for them.
And I was like, you're never going to get back to Roku. The input button on the TV is a bridge too far.
Is Roku the name of the superhero, honey?
All right.
All right.
That does it.
Okay.